You are required to open the relevant ledger accounts and close them as at 31st January 2021. So our next task is to close these accounts. How do we close them? Very simple. Follow me. So this is how to close the accounts. You just open one line and the other one double line. So that is how to close the accounts. But how? You write the figure. For instance, this side, this is credit side and this debit side, right? So you show the figure, or rather the side that is heavier than the other one. Allow me to use that word, heavier. So this side, for instance, is heavier than this other side, isn't it? So you just write the 950 here, 950,000. The both sides, in short, must balance with the side that is heavier than the other one. So now what will happen here, because this area is blank, so this is what you do. You write 950,000, so that when you add, you find the 950. But what do we call this? You call this balance carried down at the end of the year. Are we together? So this is the balance that you carry forward to the next financial year. Are we together? So since this side is heavier than this other side, it means that in the next financial month, for this case, it's February 1st, this account of capital account will have a credit balance of still 950,000 Kenya shillings, isn't it? So you write here, maybe in the next February, maybe it will be February, you write balance brought down from January. Balance brought down from January is 950,000 Kenya shillings. Or in short, if balance carried down is on this side, directly opposite, you write the balance brought down. Yes, so this balance that is going to be carried forward to the next financial year. But for this case of Celia Tieno, this is the balance that is going to be carried forward to the next month of February, because you are dealing with January here. So let's go to cash account. This is how to do it. Just show to lines as such, and then you add this and this other side. What you do, you just add the balance of when you add the balance of 598, right? When you add, so 598, that is the balance to make this amount 950,000. We have a deficit of that. So this deficit is known as balance carried down to the next financial year. So in the next financial month for Celia Limited, directly opposite, you have balance brought down of 598,000 Kenya shillings. Are we together? The same case applies to this other one. The totals of sales account is 348,000. When you add all these 348,000, that means this other side is okay. This also other side must balance with 348,000 Kenya shillings. So the balance here, which is called the balance carried down, is 348,000 Kenya shillings. So directly opposite, you write the balance brought down of 348,000 shillings. Are you getting the logic? So let's move to purchase account. Purchase account still. I know this one you can do it alone now, but we've understood. Purchase account is totaling to 712, and you add all these 712,000. This other side should also balance with 712,000. this one cannot remain blank. You write balance that is going to be carried down to the next financial month of 712,000 Kenya shillings. Directly opposite, you write balance brought down of 712,000 Kenya shillings. Are we together? So that means in the next financial month, or rather in the month of February, the purchase account will have a debit balance of 712,000 Kenya shillings. So let's balance these other ones. 0, 0, 0, 0, 2, 4, 420,000 Kenya shillings. So meaning this other side is less by a certain figure, isn't it? Because this side is more than the other. 420 minus the totals of this. So our balance carried down will be 353,000, right? So to make a total of 420,000 Kenya shillings. Directly opposite, balance brought down of 353,000. Isn't it? Good. So we move on to BDA Limited, 66,000. The other side is 66,000, meaning that we don't have any balance to carry forward. We don't have any balance to carry forward. The same case applies to Swan Limited. We don't have any balance to carry forward. So 43,000 this side, balancing also with 43,000 on the other side. For motor van account, the debit side is more than the credit, right? So here we're going to write balance brought carried down of 256,000, which will also shows at 56,000, 256,000. Directly opposite, balance brought down of 256,000. Swaju Limited. Swaju Limited totals to total as a total is 0, 0, 0, 7, 67,000. 67,000, meaning that we have this side is less than 56,000, right? Isn't it? So this balance carried down, which must total to 67,000. Directly opposite, you write balance brought down of 56,000. Are we together? And then you move to bank account. Bank account. Our bank account, which side is more than the other one? The credit side is more than the debit. So I expect the balance carried down here. This 256,000. Also this side must balance with 256,000. So our balance brought down is 147,000, being the difference 256 minus the total of 66 and 43,000, 140. So directly opposite, you write balance brought down of 147,000 Kenya shillings. Are we together? The motor van account, the debit is more than the other side. So this other side, this should be 12,000. The other side also, the credit side must be 12,000. Balance carried down is 12,000, right? For it to total to 12. Directly opposite is our balance brought down of 12,000 shillings. The same case applies to Paris. We have the carry down of 24,000, isn't it? Because this side must balance with 24,000. This other one 24,000. Directly opposite is our balance brought down of 24,000 shillings. Calvary, we total 26 and 54 is 80,000, right? So our balance carried down is 80,000. 80. Directly opposite is our balance brought down of 80,000. Fidley Limited, again, will have a carry down of 68,000. 68,000. Brought down of 68,000. Our Da Vinci account is balancing, right? Yes, because the credit side is 62,000 and also the debit side is 62,000, meaning the balance brought down is 0. We move to purchase returns account. This side is more than the debit side. We must balance. So this side is 0, 0, 0, 67,000. So this also side must balance with 67,000. You write balance carried down to fill this gap, 67,000. Directly opposite is our balance brought down of 67,000. Our sales returns account, you have 11 on the debit side, and also the credit side should balance with 11,000, right? Is 11. So directly opposite is our balance brought down of 11,000 shillings. The drawings have got debit balance of 4,400 shillings. The credit side nil, you also balance with 4,400, and then you close off the accounts. Directly opposite is our balance brought down of 4,400. This is what I will show you how to take to the trial balance. And then the stationery account. The debit side is more than the credit by 4,000 shillings. This also the credit side must balance with 4,000, but you have nothing here. So to close this gap, you write the 4,000, so that when you write the 4,000, balance brought down that will be taken to February will be 4,000 shillings. So ladies and gentlemen, that is how to close the ledger accounts, right? I want to believe you've understood. This is how to close the ledger accounts. And then after closing all these ledger accounts, you now transfer the balances, the ones that have circled here, all these balances, right? All these balances you take to the trial balance. So thank you so much. For the next part of this video, please stay tuned. Thank you so much.